Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about what I learned selling $54,000 worth of one product on Amazon in 6 months as a Amazon FBA private label seller. That sounds like something you'd enjoy watching. Be sure to stick around to the end. Be sure to like and subscribe if you happen to be new, but without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we're going to move right over into my computer here. And first, let's just go ahead and look at what the actual product is. I love showing you what I actually sell, and occasionally I almost thought that this was a hijacker. It's not. It's Amazon. It's used. It's all good. We're all good. Occasionally people will come on my listings. I don't think that has anything to do with the YouTube videos. I think that would happen either way, and I just get them removed, just get them taken right down. So it's not a big problem. So I'll show you what I sell. This is macrame shelf right here. 54 reviews. We'll go down to the sales graph, just confirm it's been about 6 months. You see I started selling the 23rd of January 2020, apparently at 2:50 a.m. and it's now the 29th of July at 7:19 a.m. That's not true, it's later than that, but you know, you can see the span there. It's been 6 months. And then why don't we go ahead and we'll put sales recording up on the screen. I'll refresh it and yeah, look at it there, and when I put it at the camera it just doesn't look good, so we'll just do it right on the screen there. And so you can see the $54,000 in the last 6 months just selling this one product. And now of course that's not profit, so that's how much I've sold of the product. That's my revenue. The actual profit is closer to about $17,000, $16,000. So we could actually calculate that now. I thought that would be kind of fun just to go over what the numbers actually look like. Sometimes it's, you know, people say they make a lot more than they do, say, you know, make this much per month, but that's just revenue. Everyone's going to want to know what's the profit. So we could just do the calculation here. So we have $54,200 worth of sales in the last 6 months. That's total sales to date. Now I have a 40% margin on this product. It's really good. So at $44.97, at $44.97, I have like a 37% margin, but most of the year I was selling higher than this. I'm just re-ranking it right now because I went out of stock. But either way, even at this, so what the average profit margin has actually been has been 38%. I calculated that before this. So that's accounting for fees, cost of goods, all of those things. What that's not accounting for is advertising, which we still have to go calculate. So if we just do this by 0.38, you know, we get to our $20,596. And that's, you know, profit before advertising. So now we still have to go deduct some advertising from that. And then, you know, that's not Lamborghini, but it's like a Subaru Outback. So let's head over to Amazon and we'll go look at my total years to date spend. So here's my portfolio for this product, all the campaigns. So really all we have to do now is go grab our calculator and just subtract that. We do negative, and we'll just do this number here because that's my total spend. So that was my last of additional spend for this product, 0.97. And then, yeah, there we go, 17,000, and we could just call it 17 flat. Like I said, I think I've spent like one random campaign that I couldn't find that's turned off now. Here it is, so $17,000. That's pretty much it. Now, what have I learned? So, you know, we did $17,000 in 6 months. Now, what we could do, that would be a little bit more fun than just saying that. We could go ahead and divide that by 6. So we could see that it was, I don't know why that's so small, $2,800 per month on average if we just split it equally. Some months were higher, some months were lower, but that's the average. So it right under $100 a day profit with this product, which is great. That's all I was aiming for. This product, when I found it, had 750 search volume, and there was under 10 sellers for it. So to be able to create a product that's all mine, that I own, that customers truly love. I mean, we have 54 ratings now and we're at a 4.7. It jumps between a full 5 stars because you get a full 5-star showing if you have 4.8. So it jumps between the 4.5 showing and full 5 stars showing. Even though it's a 4.7, it's not even a 4.5, it's closer to 5. So customers truly love it. We have this listing that I built myself from scratch, and that's one of the first things I'd like to talk about that I learned. I was able to create a good listing in a market that had bad listings. But what I wasn't able to do by myself was create an outstanding listing. So what I'd say to anyone who's watching this and wants to somehow learn from this video, if you can, is invest upfront in your listing. Think of selling on Amazon like a game. And in order to beat that game, you need to have the best, most accessorized character, right? Like when you're creating the character at the beginning of the game, that's kind of how you have to think about it. Don't just like be the plain guy. It's not exciting, okay? Everyone knows that. So we need to dress it up a little bit. Get really good photography, get beautiful copywriting, and really well optimized title. Those are all things that I've started to outsource. I still haven't yet. This is the original listing that you're still looking at that equated to this revenue. I did this photography myself in my own house. You could tell it's kind of amateur, but it gets the job done actually. I'm not super upset about it. The main picture I photo edited myself onto a white background, and you know, fairly simple stuff here. Anyone with a computer can do what I've done here. Literally, if you have a computer, a couple $1,000s, you could do something like this and hey, turn it into $17,000, which is pretty good. You know, it's, you know, we have a long way to go, and I think documenting this journey is going to be really fun. It's going to give you guys the biggest case study you've ever seen. It's a whole YouTube channel just showing what I sell. And what I would do differently, or what I've learned, is that I would probably have tried to scale quicker. I've taken a lot of time to move forward, and I would like to say it's not my fault. I hate saying that because I'm so self-accountable, but really there were a lot of weird variables this year, and I think we all know what I'm talking about with that. So I can't be too hard on myself. I think I'm pretty proud of what I've done here, and that's part of being a good entrepreneur. A lot of entrepreneurs tend to discount their own success and go, whatever, it's, you know, or at least they're good ones. Some of them are pretty arrogant, but a lot of people just go, it's not me, it's this, you know, anyone can do this. But no, really, I am proud of what I've done here, to be able to, you know, make a listing like this on Amazon, create financial freedom for myself, even if it's just with this listing alone. I mean, I have other products, but, you know, $2,800 per month in profit from one simple SKU like this, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. And it's going to be fun to continue sharing this journey with you. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And then let's talk a little bit more about what I learned throughout this process. So one of the first things that I learned very quickly was with a bigger, heavier product, going out of stock, you end up with these longer lead times because there's no way to like airship this. It's impossible. My profit would be dead. So I have to sea ship this product. Now my first shipment, I actually sent in 500, and that lasted, let's see, it's a pretty expensive product. So you could actually see how my price changed, right? We started at $34.97. So my pricing strategy worked really well. As time went on, what I ended up doing was I actually ended up increasing my price significantly. That was my first time I went out of stock here. And this is what I was talking about, sea shipping. So one thing I might have done was double down on my order, but in the same sense, I'm glad I didn't, because there's this balance you have to find of over ordering for something you don't have proof of concept yet, or under ordering and it goes so well that you go out of stock and you kind of ruin your first launch. So what ended up happening with me is, you can see on the 4th or the 11th of April, I went out of stock, and it came back in stock on the 24th of April, and I slowly started increasing my price, 44, 46, 48. Eventually we got all the way up to 54.97. That's why I was saying, you know, for several months my price was at $54.97, and some months it was at $59.97, $58.97. So the point I'm trying to make here is that I need to be more effective at managing inventory levels and taking it more seriously, like really starting to think, okay, when does this order need to go out? And I did it to my best ability because I used the cash flow that I had to try and get this more inventory in for this. It's not the cheapest product. You know, I sell it for $50. I source it for $13.80. That's all in. So, you know, to order 500 units of these things is not cheap by any means. And I definitely by no means have a ton of money, you know, maybe compared to some people perhaps, but not in terms of where I want to go. I live quite the humble lifestyle, so surely this $2,800 is not going towards a $2,000 car payment. That's one of the first things I ever learned when I was 18 years old, and I started making my first several $1,000s a month on Amazon several years ago, was that lesson. So yeah, hopefully this just serves as a little motivation for anyone who is considering starting, wants to see it really done. I'm not here to sell you anything. I really just kind of want to be the guy to show how it all works and be more of a friend along the way. So think of me like that. And I think that's gonna do it for this video. I really just wanted to talk about, I went into the app, and like I showed you in the beginning, I hit that year-to-date sales. And it was really cool to see that just for one ASIN. You know, if you click on one day and you click on the product, you could see just one ASIN's sales for year to date. So that's how you could do that if you're wondering if you're Amazon seller. You don't never know how I get that view. That's how you do it. And yeah, it was cool to see the trend of this one product and 54K in one product. And we're well on track to do, you know, probably 40K in profit for the year after Q4. And just this one ASIN. Again, I have other products and I have more variations of this coming. But yeah, it's pretty cool, right? That's an average US income made online passively. So it's pretty cool. You know, for the most part, it's fairly passive. People say it's not really that passive. In the beginning, it's not. But I mean, now, once all that hard work is over, it really feels like it is. It's just this thing just sells every day. I look at my phone. Awesome. Still making money with that thing, huh? So yeah, hope you have a great week. That's going to do it for today's video. I will see you here on the channel tomorrow for another one. Thanks so much for watching.